It is a way better month. We are creating honey. Whoa. Critical days. That's your pro tip. This is a time when you can make really, really good decisions. Pace yourself. Become a better communicator, negotiator, talker, learner, teacher, listener, mentor. Yeah. Hi, my friends. This is Meredith, your evolutionary astrologer. And today we are talking about the entire month of May, how it will affect all 12 zodiac signs. And I'm going to break it down for you. This is going to be a little bit of a long haul video. So take me on a walk or set me up in your kitchen while you're cooking dinner. And let's go on this astrological journey. So May 1st is absolutely incredible. And if you're watching this in hindsight, go back and see what happened on May 1st in your life, because Venus is conjuncting Neptune. That's not the only great thing about this day. I absolutely love this day. It is so glorious. But everybody's talking about Venus conjunct Neptune, and that is one of my all-time favorite transits. If you want to learn more about Neptune, which you should, because it has just changed signs into Aries, and the expression is completely different when it's in Aries than when it was in Pisces. This is no small deal, and I have an entire workshop that I did in Barcelona, Spain. It's available at Shop Soul Navigation. You can get it there if you really want to understand your Neptune, transiting Neptune, and what does Neptune do, because it does a lot of things, and it's also an enigma. So it's really hard to pin down, but it's conjuncting Venus. So Venus is the planet of love and Neptune is the higher octave. Neptune conjunct Venus, even in Aries, is very spring-like. So it's like when you see the tulips coming up from the ground, just from a bulb living under the frozen sheet of ice, because tulips grow in cold climates. And then they're so hardy and so sturdy and yet so fragile. So this Neptune Venus is the blossoming. It is the blooming, and it is the blooming of your desires. It's the blooming of your love. Right now, we're really drawn to creating something beautiful to avoid the harsh, the negative, the toxic relationships, situations, and environments. And our compassion is really high. So where do you want to give away this love? This video is going to be long because these transits deserve a moment. They deserve our time. And actually, you deserve this transit. Venus, just Venus alone at the 0 degree, is all about creating a burgeoning new love. So I kind of am asking you to really get in touch with, like, what are you super drawn to? What do you desire? What is your passion? And start it right now. Jump into the deep end of the pool. And I want to know, will you guys leave me a comment? What good thing did you witness out there in the world that was fun and sweet and surprisingly loving? That's what I want to know. We have to talk about Pluto going retrograde. Oh my God. Okay, so on May 4th, Pluto is going retrograde. Now, Pluto retrograde is not like Saturn retrograde. No. It's not like Venus retrograde. It's not like Mars retrograde. And it's not even like Mercury in retrograde. So first, I hope you guys have all watched my Pluto playlist. If you haven't, go get your PhD. At least go get your high school diploma, master's degree by watching my Pluto playlist. It is deep, it is dark, it is raw, it is real, it is genuine. It will take you down the rabbit hole of Pluto in your own chart and Pluto by transit. But let's just talk about this. Pluto represents, you ready? Let's see if anybody is recognizing the news cycle right now. Pluto is representing dictators, nuclear power plants, nuclear weapons, war, right? It is also analogous with big business, big power, also personal mastery and personal power and personal wealth and corruption, corrupted wealth, millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires, and also your own personal wealth. It is the underground. It is Hades. It is hell. It is that which is destroyed to bring a renewed energy. It is the psychological wound that you wrap your identity around. It represents murder, self-unaliving, and genocide, and organized crime, the mafioso, destruction, mass deaths. Pluto is pretty dangerous. I want to tell you, it goes retrograde, 4 or 5 months. What I like about this is going to have us all reflect about power, about war, about all the themes that I just mentioned: big business, corruption, our compulsions, prejudices, right? Racism. I'm going to tell you that it's going to create a giant reflection around the concept of destruction. So in your personal life, like, What do I want to be destroyed and removed? What do I want to destroy? What compulsions, what addictions, what prejudices, what events, what part of myself, my life, my world do I want to exfoliate, get rid of, right? What do I want to remove or let go of? It's not a letting go of like the moon. It's a letting go of like flushing down the toilet, like amputation, taking it out of your house and putting it at the dump, taking it to the dump. So it's more extreme removal. And it also is going to have you evaluate, where are you OCD, overly controlling? Where are you really compulsive? And where are you too extreme? Where are you not in the balance or the harmony of your life? What part of your life do you need to detox? What do you need to withdraw from? And are you willing to go through the withdrawals, right? Even if it's a relationship, the withdrawals that happen and occur after you remove this thing. Grief could be a withdrawal, right? So destroying things that have too much control over you right now is actually going to do two things for you. It's going to empower you. It's going to increase your own power. You will become empowered. Spiritual power, physical power, mental power, emotional power. And this could lead to your greatest, most powerful self. This could lead to you becoming your own Superman, your own Superwoman. And that's pretty intense. And so when it's retrograde, it's when you are thoughtfully removing. I want to tell you that this also can just start with a feeling that is living inside your subconscious. So like you don't even know why you've had anxiety. And when Pluto goes retrograde, you start to analyze, you start to feel the tremendous pain, suffering, agony underneath the surface that is not on the conscious level. Like, why do I feel so afraid of heights? Why do I feel so afraid of abandonment? And so Pluto mines for deep trauma. Pluto digs down, burrows down like a mole in a hole for past memories and wants to understand secrets. And so when Pluto's retrograde, it goes within. So let me tell you that Pluto is going to retrograde on May 4th. It's going to stay in retrograde all the way until October 13th. So when a planet is going forward, that, by the way, retrogrades are just optical illusions. It's not really going forward and really going backwards, but we still use this as the metaphor. So when Pluto goes forward and then it stops and then it goes backwards, right? It's going backwards and then it stops and then it goes forward, right? On those days that it stops, that's called stations. So just think of the train going forward, like in New York City, it stops and then it goes backwards, right? That stop, that end of the line stop, when it goes starts to go to the other direction, that's called a station. If you were born on a day where a retrograde planet stationed, and if you got your ephemeris, you can look that up. You can see if you were born on the very last day of a retrograde or the very first day of the planet going retrograde or the very first day of the planet going direct. Those are stations. Those are the most powerful days of the retrograde. And because they turn the planet like upside down. I don't want to say they're dangerous days, but they're volatile days because it's like, whoa, what just happened? What if I just turned you inside out, right? Whoa. On the very first day, you'd be like, okay, I don't get this. But on the second day, you'd relax a little. Third day, it's still uncomfortable. Fourth day, it's not great. Fifth day, okay, I'm getting used to this new reality. So those stationary days are critical days. That's your pro tip. That's your pro tip from me. On May 4th, that's a station. And on October 13th, that's another station. It is a very big deal. I'm looking at the chart while I talk to you so I can look at these transits. And Pluto is in Aquarius the whole time. So it's at those early degrees of Aquarius. It's going to station at 3 degrees, almost 4 degrees, almost 4 degrees on May 4th. And then it's going to go backwards all the way to 1 degree, 22 minutes in Aquarius still. And then it stations and it's going to go forward. Now, hold on. If you were born with any planet at 3 degrees Aquarius or 1 degree Aquarius, oh my God, this station is happening in your chart wherever you have, this is for anybody, but if you have a planet there, it's extra. Wherever you have 3 degrees Aquarius and 1 degree Aquarius. So go look in your natal chart and see where you have 1, 2, or 3 degrees Aquarius. And 1 and 3 degrees are where the planet Pluto is stationing. Okay. So when it stations at that 3rd degree, it is actually getting ready to go backwards. And then it's going to go all the way backwards to that 1st degree. And then when it gets to that 1st degree, it's going to stop and turn around and go forward. So those are cataclysmic days. And we said that was May 4th and October 13th. But in your chart, what I want to know is, do you have like your moon at 1 degree Aquarius? Do you have your sun at 3 degrees Aquarius? Do you have, right, Jupiter at 3 degrees Aquarius? Even the 2nd degree is a big deal for those people. Even if you don't have a planet, this is a very, very, very big place in your life. What this is going to do is, this is the subject matter. Go watch my playlist through the houses so you can understand the depth and the meaning of what each house means. If you've got this stationing in your first house of self, well, that's about your own body and your own life and your identity. If you've got this stationing, Aquarius, 1, 2, or 3, but mostly 1 and 3, right? 1 degree and 3 degrees in the 2nd house. Well, that's about your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your self-worth, your property. And that is also about your money, your beauty, your peace, your peacefulness, right? So what do you need to remove to create more of that? So where do you have these early degrees of Aquarius in your chart, especially 3 degrees and 1 degree between now and October? That is the area where this is going to take place. And it is no small thing. One of the hard things that we've been going through, like when the Pope passed away, when there was technically a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine, and then there wasn't. Then Kiev was blown to bits. So this all took place and has been taking place. And as I record this, Pluto is still opposing Mars. So we're probably going to still see more tragedy. But in your chart, where are you taking your power back? Where are you healing those wounds? Where are you having the regeneration of your life? What are you exfoliating and wanting to grow? That's what I want to ask you. So that is no small thing. That is absolutely huge. And it's also, I want to be honest with you, it's uncomfortable. It's not going to be super comfy, but it is important, and it's deep, and it's where your life wants to completely change through deep reflection. And you might also get secrets. You might get more power. You might get rid of, if it's in your 6th house, you might get rid of an illness. You actually might cure an illness. Wherever you have this retrograde happening, in whatever theme, in whatever house, this is where you are wanting to transform your life, but you have a hard time. Wherever this 0 to 3 degrees Aquarius is in your chart, just right now, not your natal Pluto. I'm not talking about your natal Pluto. That's a different story, and you have to watch my Pluto playlist for that. But now this is where you really want to change your life, but you might have fear of changing your life. This is where you feel like you might not have as much control or power as you wish, or as you need, or as you want. And this is also the theme, the space where you feel you can be manipulated, or somebody has too much influence over you. You can have really huge control issues here. You could even feel a little bit bullied in this particular theme, wherever this is in your chart. Somebody could be really mean to you, and you're just going to now, finally, when it goes retrograde, hopefully stand up for yourself. Of course, we have to talk about Cinco de Mayo. So Mercury is sextile Jupiter on Cinco de Mayo, which will broaden your thought process. You might even start to think philosophically. Like, don't just think data points. Think about how this action, how this situation is affecting people other than yourself. This is the broad-minded seeker questioner. This creates curiosity. This also creates a very, 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 very powerful mind. So learn a new language, learn a new song, write new music, write your podcast, read a new harder book, move from fiction to nonfiction. I'm just saying, this is a time where you're going to be called upon also to be either an interpreter, a liaison, a diplomat, but you're going to need good people skills, and you're probably going to be able to bridge the gap between opposing sides. And I also want to tell you, this is the time to plan your trip, long distance, short distance, whatever, but this is the time to travel abroad, or at least plan your trip abroad to get a new kind of cultural immersion. This is a time when you can really socialize and have fun with a big group of friends. This is when you could launch your new website, your new book, your new podcast, expand put your net out there so you can create a larger network, join groups, join organizations, join the Bunko Club, people, go play bingo on Sunday nights and make new friends. This is a time when you can be just enchanting and darling and smart and fun and funny. A lot of comedians are just brilliant communicators, and they do like truth and humor. That's very much this. And so I want to tell you that this is a time when you can make really, really good decisions. And this is a fun time. And this is like socializing and birthday parties. And this is the ideal time to debate a new idea, negotiate a better contract, go for the job interview, present yourself, in a powerful, fun, smart, enthusiastic way. And even if you're not a student, this is a time when you could be a great student. May 6th is very interesting because we've got Venus sextiling Pluto. And that Venus in Aries is at 3 degrees. And it's really going to be interesting because that Pluto at 3 degrees, right, retrograde, on May 6th, it's very contemplative around what is love. What is real love? And maybe you can answer that in the comments for me. Can you give me one word? Is love trust? Is love peaceful? Is love easy? Is love a trick? This is a time when you could bring in very deep, magnetic, soulful love. This could envelop you. This is a time where you could try on a new hobby that is the new you, right? Pluto in retrograde, that you absolutely love giving your time, your energy, your mind, your devotion to, like all of you. And this is also a time when you can receive massive love in your life, deep love, but you could also develop an obsession or a total crush. You could also find that a lover who you don't want to be with just can't quit you. It can be like a relationship that you want to end or they want to end, but you don't. Like somebody is obsessively holding on. Okay, I have to tell you that I really want you to enjoy May 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, because on May 10th, Mercury is going to enter Taurus. And we get a little fixed and we get a little stubborn and we get a little bit my way or the highway. So just enjoy speaking up, speaking loudly, having a little fire in your words before Mercury and Taurus really needs to relax the mind. And that is going to happen on May 10th. And this is an excellent time to sort of tune out the chaos and tune into the beauty, the love, the peace, the harmony, the feel goods, the things that make you feel grounded, the things that make you feel, happy, Venetian, joyful. Go for a long walk, listen to the birds chirp, slow it down. When Mercury is in Aries, we're going really, really, really fast. So guess what? The full moon is in Scorpio, and it is on the 12th of May, and it's opposing, of course, the sun in Taurus. It's kind of a good full moon, I think. If there is a good full moon, it's a fairly good full moon. The hardest thing about that moon is that it is also going to be in opposition to Uranus. And so you're going to have emotional surprises. You could have an emotional breakup, an emotional loss. Also have you could find out something like there's a breakthrough that creates an emotional euphoria. So you could be ecstatic, or you could also feel the extreme pain of, something that emotionally separates from you or something that you can't quite have. The moon is also in a wide square to Mars. And so that's a little bit tough. I do like this Scorpio moon. I think it's going to intensify our feelings. I think out in the world, we're going to see real issues that we have emotional, visceral problems with. I think we might even see death and destruction that is unfair. We might have like just this visceral reaction to this particular full moon. Scorpio moons bring a lot of power. So just for you personally, not talking about the world, I want you to think about, what do you want to push away and step away from? So I have this person who was a friend of mine who has in the last 5 years become completely narcissistic. Like it's unbearable. It's not even me. I'm not even the only person that feels this, but to watch the evolution of this person has just become unbearable. I can't even watch it anymore. So I had to unfollow. Like it was becoming, I don't know why, but those posts were finding me 3 times a day. And I was just like, oh my God, like I can't see it. So I had to unfollow. So it's a little bit like that. What do you not align with that you just can't even tolerate or stomach? And push that away. And it could be something as small as what I just said. It could be bigger than that too, though. On that same day, on May 12th, And even on the 13th, Mercury in Taurus is now squaring Pluto. So you might actually run into a power play. Definitely in the world, we're going to see people butting heads with people in powerful positions. And you're going to hear things that are not nice, not kind. It's like the bully can be speaking out loud. We're going to see that in the world. But in your life, I just want you to do, Mercury in Taurus is ruled by Venus. Kind of want you just to do the Venus thing and you just step away. You're not going to fight. You're not going to argue. You're just going to walk away. Be careful with your words. I want you to be more careful with your reaction to negative words. And I want you to remember to go slow. Taurus goes slow mentally. Like, don't react fast. Just slow. Go very, very slow. Pace yourself. Don't pop off, right? Just pace yourself. Okay, May 17th is a little bit of a Cracker Jacks box where you just don't know what you're going to get. But the sun is conjunct Uranus on this day. And so, yes, there's a unique, eccentric, very different kind of expression today. And so you might want to, I don't know, do your hair different, do your makeup different, be different. You might also want to stand out a little bit. You might want to be bold and brave and in charge of your personal revolution. You might want to discover something new about life or yourself or the world. You might also feel restless and super excited, excitable and curious. You know, Uranus is the higher mind. And so higher learning, higher thinking. And I find it very interesting that, you know, on this day, I will be having my astrology workshop here in Seattle. And so this is kind of exciting because it's oftentimes when a crowd can get together and live uniquely in their expression. And it's also, like I said, it is the higher octave of the mind. It's the higher octave of Mercury. Also, I want to tell you that you can, after this day, never be the same again. And I do equate that with my workshops. I think my workshops really grow people from the inside out. And by the way, if you still want to come, I have one ticket left. As of this video, I'm recording on the 27th of April. I have one ticket left. If you want to grab it, go in the shop and get it because it is available and we are changing ourselves and therefore we are transforming the world, one soul at a time. But I want to tell you that there could even out there in the world, you could be ready to be shocked. There could be shocking behavior. There could be shocking actions. You know, there's a shock and awe to this. But I will tell you, with you, this is advanced learning. This is advanced growing. This is advanced change. This is changing to advance self. This is changing to transform life. This is sort of being ahead of the game rather than being behind. Also on this particular date. Now, mind you, this is happening for the whole entire month, but it's exact on May 17th, and that's the sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus. And I want to tell you that right now, you could be so psychic because this is psychic insight. This is like acute clairvoyance, premonitions. And this could be really helpful to save yourself from like dangerous situations. If all your friends are skiing and they all ski down this black diamond and your intuition says, my legs are tired, I'm going to go this way and I'll meet them at the bottom. You might have just saved your life, right? So really follow your instincts at this time. Really follow your instincts. And I want to tell you, this is also a time when you have extra adrenaline and extra power in your body to work out, to lift weights. You have more stamina right now than your normal activities. So you might take on more because you are fueled with inspiration and electricity. And even you could be nervous and anxious a little bit, but you fuel it in, you turn it into fuel for yourself. So there could be a lot of really cool surprises. And that's why I'm so excited that my workshop is on this particular transit, because I think there are, for me too, there are surprises in my workshop all the time. And if you live in Europe and you want to come and Seattle is too far, I have 9 tickets still left for my French Riviera. I'm doing my next workshop the very last weekend in August in the south of France. And go grab a ticket. You can get one at Shop Soul Navigation. Go grab it. Come join us in the south of France. It's going to be amazing. It's a little bit of a smaller group. It's only 20 people. So I have 9 tickets left. I'm so excited. I absolutely cannot wait to meet all of you in Seattle. Yay! And in France. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So Uranus-Sun combination is combustible and it's not long lasting. So I want you to embrace it. It's like popcorn. It's like electricity, and it is fueling the surprise part of your life. So on May 17th, I want you to wake up and I want you to say, okay, God, surprise me. What do you got for me? What do you got? And then I want you to look for the magic. Now, sometimes you're looking over here and it's going to happen over here. But when it happens, acknowledge it. And then you'll get more. That's how you get more magic in your life, by literally stopping what you're doing and acknowledging it. It's so exciting. I love this transit usually. It does rule accidents though. So I want you to wear your seatbelt, and I'm talking to myself. Do not text and talk. Do not text and talk while you're driving, right? Look both ways. If you're on a bicycle, don't cross in the crosswalk without like stop, pause, watch, look, then go. I'm not joking, because this is like out of the blue. Like someone can just run you over, and I pray to God that doesn't happen. And also we can have a little bit of like a too strong of a reaction sometimes with this, but you guys are all going to be good, because I know you're watching this channel. You are a more developed human being. On the next day, Mercury is going to square Mars. So this is just hot-headed. And you're going to see that there are very mean words spewed right now. There are going to be, you could even like foot and mouth syndrome, blurt things out that, oh, I didn't mean to actually say you didn't look good in that outfit. Ooh. So this is like having no filter. So also your words could get you into trouble. And I just want you to be careful with yourself. So we've got that Mars in Leo for all of May. And I love Mars in Leo. I mean, it is so fun and it's generous and it's exciting, but Mercury is in Taurus, and that is a clash, right? And so on May 18th, and I need to be careful of this myself because I get talking very quickly and sometimes I lose my thoughtfulness out of needing to make a point. And so words can escalate. However, there can also, on the positive side, you can find a new set of passionate beliefs. You can be less inhibited. You can be kind of on fire and fun and funny and gleeful with that Mars in Leo. And you could be even more like verbally courageous. And you might even be able to make great headway with people who are a little bit more buttoned up, bottled up, or less likely to talk. So there can be a brilliance to this, but I would say this key to this is to just stay very, very thoughtful in your communication and even in your thinking. Like, don't let negative self-talk happen to you. Do not also take offense easily. Like, have you ever been with somebody who, I don't know, you upset and then you didn't mean to upset them, but whatever you did was very upsetting. And then they were like, and nope. And they won't give you a chance to, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it that way. And whatever your petty crime was, right? And they just want to hold it against you. Don't try to convince them. Just move on. Say, okay, well, if you ever do feel like accepting my apology, I hope you will. And let them simmer down, because remember, this transit's happening to them too. So you keep your side of the aisle on the high road. My daughter told me the other day, she found out that somebody kind of betrayed her and it was very painful. And she said, what do I do? I said, well, you care about this person. So there's only one choice you really have, and that's to forgive. Oh no, I'm never doing that. And I was like, okay, at some point you're going to need to forgive. It's not going to be helpful to sit in the grudge of the betrayal. I get it. It's awful. It's terrible. It's not fun. I get it. But if you forgive it, I'm not saying forget, and I'm not saying be dumb, and I'm not saying ever go do, trust that person again, but just forgive. Just forgive. And I want to give that message to all of you. And it's going to be kind of hard to do around the 18th of May. There's going to be, I don't know, somebody who might be upset with what you're doing or what you said. And I want to tell you that right now you do have the ability, if you can go slow enough, to not meet them at their level. You have a new set of skills with this aspect if you want to rise above. And I also want to tell you that this can be outrageous fun. This can be outrageously creative and magnetic and a great storyteller. It's a square, so it motivates you to think. And with that motivation, there's a little tension, and that tension can really create something dynamic and wonderful. Why? Because it's Leo, Razzle Dazzle Leo, and it's Taurus, which is Venus ruled. So this square can be kind of beautiful and creative and cool and charismatic. And the show Chicago, it can even be sexy and seductive. Okay, let's talk about the sun sextiling Saturn on May 20th. Yeah, you are going to see that you could really step into the discipline of yourself. You might have now a new work ethic, a new determination, a new set of responsibilities. You have the ability to overcome challenges. You have a new ability to be a great problem solver right now and to reach your long-term goals, to take on extra work. I'm going to tell you that this is actually a time for hard work rather than rest and relaxation. And hard work might be placed upon you, but this is a time when you can really, really level up. And on May 20th, that sun sextile Saturn, it's kind of a cool thing because you do get good results with those sextiles too. I love the sextile aspect, and that is because you get elements like fire and air that are different enough from you that you can learn something. So it's not like fire, or you get earth and water signs together, but it's not like double water or double earth. And so it stretches you, but it stretches you in a way that feels very reinforced or positive. But I also want to tell you that on May 20th, we are sitting at that 29th degree of Taurus and that 0 degree Gemini. So we get Gemini sun. And this is the start of it. This is the kickoff. When the sun moves into Gemini, it's really exciting, especially for Libras and Aquariuses, Leos and Aries. And it's even exciting for Sagittarius. And I also want to tell you that it's exciting for Geminis too. But this is a very busy time. We're going to pick up our pace starting on May 20th. And we're going to get into our minds. We're going to get into our strategy. We're going to get into analysis. We're going to get into how are we going to build this puzzle and all the different components that we need to really make our lives go forward. We're going to see that there is more, I think, playful fun, learning, curiosity, expansion of the mind, which the mind is so important, and I think we neglect it, but you might be learning new things. You might be deciding that you want to end something and start a new passion that you've been curious about forever. You might see that you really want to become a better communicator, negotiator, talker, learner, teacher, listener, mentor. Yeah, it's exciting. You might even go karaokeing or pick up a microphone or do something that requires you to blast or broadcast your thoughts this month. It's really exciting. May 22nd, Venus is in Aries, right? Mars is still in Leo. So we have that Venus trine Mars, which is exciting. Tell me, can you put in the comments? I want to know how many of you know. When you've got Aries and Leo in the mix, does it like Gemini? Does it get along with a Gemini sun or does it not? Yes, it does. So the sun is in sextile to both Venus and Mars. So the sun in Gemini loves Venus in Aries and loves Mars in Leo. So it gives us two things. Just this joie de vivre, like fall in love with life right now, people. Oh my God. And it also gives us a feeling of wanting to connect with other people and feeling received, feeling admired, feeling liked, feeling like we shine bright. It allows you to really live life to the fullest and fall in love with your passions and fall in love. So it is also sex and love and desire and identity. This is like summer lovin'. This is summer romance. Super fun. I mean, this is where you feel like people enjoy being around you and you enjoy being around people. And you can also take things at face value. This is just in your personal life. You're going to see that you might meet new, really kind friends, genuine friends, friends that are not inauthentic, not fake. This is also a time when you could go to concerts or be entertained. You could go to comedy clubs, comedy shows, karaoke, dance night, take up Latin dance. I want you guys to start doing Latin dance for me. Do it for me. This is a time when you could, join a subscription to arts or drama or music, festivals or venues, and you can kind of let your guard down a little bit. It's almost like a time when you really want to play. You want to play the game of Twister. You want to play, finger paints, whatever. You want to probably take a new aerial yoga class, right? This is a time when you can cultivate sexual romantic relationships and friendships too. And you can be very, enamored with yourself and with life and with your own creativity, your own art, your creative projects. It's very, very exciting. I also have to tell you, I told you this was going to be a long video. So the sun in Gemini is also now sextile to Neptune. We've got that sun now at 1 degree, and then we have that Neptune at 1 degree Aries. And you know that we're going to talk about the great Saturn conjunct Neptune. It's a big deal. And Saturn is going to go into Aries this month. And we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to teach about it in my niece workshop at the end of August. So it's the great conjunction of our lifetimes, one of a few great, great conjunctions. It hasn't been here in so many years. We're going to talk about the history of it. We're going to talk about how it is applicable to your life and how it is applicable to the world and how the world is changing forever. And it makes me feel sad and anxious. And I'm also praying for great outcomes, better outcomes on May 22nd. So you're going to feel it the 21st, the 22nd, the 23rd. That sun creates that sextile to Neptune in Aries. That Gemini sun is in sextile to Neptune in Aries. And it is this beautiful, beautiful dance. It is this beautiful music, this beautiful dance, this beautiful, beautiful starry aspect. And it creates talent. It creates magic. It creates psychic intuition. It creates your dreams want to present themselves to you now, and they want you to do something. Your dreams, like those dreams want to be had. Those dreams want to be nurtured now. And you'll see that you don't want to be in competitive, cutthroat, cat fighting environments anymore. You're going to want to have jobs or work or friends or family or people or situations or environments that are caring, loving, supportive, that support your higher octave. You're not going to want to be in competitive rat race shit show at home or at work. You're going to want to work with positivity. Yes, you'll probably still stand up and fight for your rights and the things that you care deeply about, but you're going to, and I think collectively, we are all going to want to have more care in this world. And this is going to be very, very apparent at this time. I want to tell you that you're going to be psychic. You're going to be highly, highly intuitive, clairvoyant, clairsentient, and you're going to dream like real dreams, like while you're dreaming. There's this valuable insight when you can use your clairvoyance and your intuition to get in touch with your ideal self, your ideal world, ideal humanity, ideal planet. And then you can use your powers to assist that idealism and turn that idealism into reality. A lot of people turn their ideal into reality. Do you know that? Oh my gosh, by the way, I just got up in my shop my workshop bundle. You can buy one or you can buy all three in the bundle of the workshop that I just have previously done in Barcelona, Spain. Okay, so this is so exciting. So first of all, I spent an entire day on the moon and I show you the slice of the moon in a way that I have not done before. And the moon is so critical. It's the second most important thing in your chart, and it deserves a whole day. So I have the bundle is the moon, and you can buy these individually too. And the next one is I show you Jupiter, and I show you also the part of Jupiter that can go wrong. A lot of astrologers or a lot of information that you'll find is just the blessings of Jupiter. And yes, I do spend a lot of time on the blessings of Jupiter because Jupiter can create gargantuan blessings for you. But I also show you what happens when Jupiter goes wrong. And then the last one, which I absolutely love, I just love this workshop that I did, is I show you how to read and understand and see death in the chart. Now, I don't necessarily teach you how to go look up how you're going to die. Okay. But I do show you the houses of death, the planets of death, and what happens when you have an alchemy of death transits occurring in your life. And I do a case study that just really rocked my whole world. Like, wow, 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 wow. I did the case study on John F. Kennedy's assassination. And I looked at his natal chart. I looked at the time that he was shot, the time that he was pronounced dead. I looked at his progress chart, and I looked at the transit chart. And I am telling you, and I even look at Jackie's chart, and I look at his and Jackie's chart and the death day. Anyways, oh my God. The themes played themselves out over and 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 over in all of those charts. And it was really a very difficult case study to even look at because I hurt. I literally broke my own heart studying that case. I did not choose him. He chose me to do his chart. He really did. He chose me, and I talk about that. So that's my death workshop. They are ready for you in my shop, shopsoulnavigation.com. The death one comes with a warning label, but it is absolutely fascinating. But I recommend the whole bundle because you need to know about Jupiter. So I want to tell you that the sun sextiling Neptune is going to bring this psychic awareness to your life. And I kind of want you to invite it in. I do. I don't want you to be afraid of it. Now, when you're becoming psychically aware, you're working with your ancestors, your spirit guides, you're working with the divine, you're working with those who have crossed over before you. And so one of the things that I want to tell you is that if you're frightened or afraid of the messages that you receive, those guides stop working with you. They're like, oh, she doesn't want the information, don't want to scare her, don't want to freak her out, don't want her to, feel like she's getting indoctrinated into the spirit world when she can't handle that. We'll go away and we won't talk. So I want to tell you to invite it in if you want it, invite in the messages and then say thank you when you get them. And don't act confused. Don't be like, I wonder what it means. Go with it. Go with it. Know that it means something. And if you're confused, say thank you. Because confusion comes across as I don't want the messages. So instead, what I want you to do is be like, I'm confused. I don't know exactly what it means. Can you give me clarification? Because I'm so excited to get this message from you. But if you can clarify for me, I would absolutely love that. And I would welcome that. That's how you get the clarification. But if you're like, I'm so confused. I don't know what it means. And I think it could be scary. And then they won't come back. So your spirit guides will just be like, I don't want to frighten her out of respect to you. So you can feel more connected to those who have crossed over and to the entire universe and to the stranger on the subway, the stranger on the bus, right? Yeah, you can feel more connected to those who you have nothing in common with too. May 24th is a day of power. You'll see it in the world. Some people will be taking too much power. Some people will be a big giant bully out there in the world. But when the sun trines Pluto, you are stepping into your power. This is a time when you can really create your unique, powerful destiny. This is a time when you can step into your own authority. This is a time when you can make great money. This is a time when you can develop physical power. Ooh, did you see that? Ooh, I got a little bicep. Yeah, I'm working on it. So anyways, this is a time when you can step into leadership. This is a time when you can really step into your own significance. So harness May 24th. It is a phenomenal day. This is a time when you can also get in touch with where your psychological wound has sabotaged you, destroyed you, hurt you, and where you finally have the remedies to stitch it up, to patch it up. This is also a time when you can step into your power talent. What's your power talent? I really want to know. What is your sun sign and where are you powerfully talented? Are you powerfully talented at writing? Are you talented at reading, comprehension? Are you talented at dance, music, art, cooking, gardening, walking, hiking? Are you talented at optimism? Are you talented at hard work? Are you talented at working out? Are you talented at discipline? Are you talented at what? I want to know. Are you talented at motivating and inspiring and empowering others? Are you talented at listening? Are you talented at investing? Are you talented at gambling, taking risks, jumping out of airplanes? What's your talent? Will you tell me? Because this is the time when you really want to step into your unique talent. I just saw this little girl. She was like 6 years old and she was on these really adorable, like unicorn rainbow, but they were just like cotton candy little fluff ball, unicorn rainbow colored roller skates. And the wheels were pink and there were 4 wheels. There weren't the 3 wheels in line. I never did inline roller skating. I always did quad skating just because that was the era I grew up in. And I also grew up where gravel, the front yards were made with gravel over grass. And so it was really, really, really dangerous to roller skate in my neighborhood because the gravel would always be on the sidewalk. And if you hit a piece of gravel, you died. Okay. You died, people. Here, there's not gravel, but there's like sticks and pine cones. Anyways, this little 7-year-old was roller skating yesterday. And I was like, how cute is she? I just want to go roll down the window. I was driving past her and tell her, you're adorable. I didn't do that, but I wanted to. And anyways, I want to tell you, she is exemplifying this Pluto, this sun trining Pluto, because I know she was roller skating for one of the first times. I could tell by her body language. And she was super scared and she was all by herself. I wish she had a friend because roller skating with a friend was like the most fun we had in the 80s ever, 70s and 80s. It was so much fun. Anyways, and I want to know, when's the last time you went roller skating? It's been way too long for me. It was when my daughter was 7. So that was 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years for me. I need to get back out there and roller skate. My husband would not roller skate with me. So I got to find someone. Do you want to roller skate with me? Do you want to go to the roller rink with me? She was really in her sun Pluto. She was determined. She wanted to manage and find her potential. She wanted to find her new creative exploration and power. She wanted to radiate with this fun, going fast power. And she was a little afraid to do it, but she was one foot in front of the other. And she was facing the challenge. She was in it. And she was transforming her courage. She was transforming her belief in her body. She was transforming her mind. You know, roller skating is also a mental game because you have to, it's like skiing. You have to go around the challenges that, like the gravel on the sidewalk. Anyways, it was super cute. And so this can, I know I'm talking about roller skating and it sounds silly, but this can, if you step into taking risks and overcoming challenges, even if it's roller skating for the first time, this can grow the evolution, the strength, and the power of your own soul. Isn't that thrilling? And I know people are going to abuse this out in the world, but not you and not me. We're better than that. So on the 24th, we've got Mercury conjunct Uranus by transit, and that is going to be a super innovative time. It's going to be an excellent time for you to, I don't know, we might find new medicine. You might find new medicinal properties in vitamins that you want to take, or I don't know, healing agents for your skin, your health, your cardiovascular system. And I also want to tell you that this is a time when you can think not just creatively, but innovatively. Then on the 25th, we have Mercury sextile Saturn. So whatever you're wanting to create, you can actually now put into a routine and organize your whole entire skill set. On May 24th, we have Saturn at the 29th degree Pisces. Mark that down. That's not my favorite day. However, it is on the North Node, so I don't hate it. But that Saturn at the 29th degree of Pisces on May 24th, you might be utterly exhausted. And I want to tell you, the moon is on the vertex. Did you guys watch my video on the vertex? That was a really, really great video. Watch my vertex video. I hope you guys are taking notes. Are you taking notes? This is your homework. This is your homework. There's usually some beautiful, beautiful soul out there who does my timestamps for me. And I just want to say thank you to those people. Like, thank you, thank you. It means the world to me. And I know that it means the world to this community. But I want to tell you that the moon is on the vertex. So thank God, hallelujah. But Saturn is at that 29th degree on May 24th. So that's a day when you feel very depressed in the Saturnian things, the rules, the regulations, the taxes, the chores, the pressure on you, under pressure coming down on me. Now, do you guys know this test question? This is a test question, okay? What I've noticed is a lot of people that follow me, and thank you for subscribing. Please, please, please subscribe. Please join the channel. And if you become a superstar super supporter, you get perks. You have to email birth information on the 3rd month to my fabulous assistant, Lydia, at teamsoulnavigation@gmail.com. What I want to know, and then you can watch my members only videos, but what I want to know, what is special about the 29th degree in Pisces? Homework. Can you put it in the comments for me? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? 29th degree of Pisces. Why does that particular placement extraordinarily difficult? It is extraordinarily difficult. I hope somebody got it right. I hope somebody got it right. It is the very last degree of the entire zodiac. So you know that each sign has 30 degrees in it. And you're never going to see a 30, but you're going to see 2959. And on May 24th, 2025 at 4:09 Pacific time, calculate for your time zone, Saturn is at 29 degrees, 59 minutes. It's literally in the last breath of the last degree of the entire 360 degrees of the zodiac. It's actually sitting at, I know it says 2959 Pisces. It's actually sitting at the 360th degree. Well, tail end of the entire zodiac before it hits 0. And the next day, okay, dun, dun, dun. We've got Saturn sitting at 0 degrees Aries, moving into that exact conjunction to Neptune, and that's on May 25th. So this is no small thing. This is a very, very, very big deal. We also have another thing happening on May 25th. Mercury moves out of the 29th degree of Taurus and it pops into 0 degrees Gemini. Now, you guys, I'm going to tell you, when those 29 degrees hit, you're going to hear bad news for Mercury and Saturn. You're going to see probably oppression, repression, and suppression of yourself or somebody else. That 29th degree Saturn just oppresses the energy. And so I'm preparing for bad news before good news. So when that Mercury turns to 0 degrees Gemini, and it happens at 6 o'clock at night, Pacific time, so 9 o'clock on the East Coast in the United States, it's liberated. It's liberated because it's in its own sign. Mercury absolutely loves Gemini. Now our minds can creatively problem solve, where when we're at that 29th degree of Taurus in Mercury, we feel buried underground. Literally, that's the suffocation, the oppression. So I don't want anything bad to happen, but I'm looking at that thinking, not good, especially with Saturn at that 29th degree as well. So May 25th has this mixed energy, and I'm really curious to see how it's going to all work out. Mercury is sextiling Neptune on the 26th. What I really want to talk about is this new moon in Gemini, which is going to be quick. It's going to be fast paced. It is going to be you're going to be so in your mental agility, you're going to be able to levitate the table. Oh my gosh, this is a time when you can negotiate new contracts. You can do anything to elevate your situation, your current situation. I also want to tell you, I'm not really recommending buying a new car right now, but you could upgrade your car. You could get new tires. You could get a new paint job. You could get new body work. You could make your car new again. You could get a new car. You could get a new used car maybe and avoid the tariffs. I don't know. But you could also detail your car. You could go on a new drive. You could go on a long drive. You could go on a short trip somewhere. You could discover new things. But let me tell you what's so exciting. We have the moon and Jupiter in a wide, really, really, really wide conjunction. And we have the sun conjunct in Gemini. And then we have the sun conjuncting Mercury in Gemini. So we've got Mercury, the sun, the moon, and Jupiter all in Gemini. You guys, May 27th, this is busy, busy, busy bees. Literally, we're a bunch of bees in a beehive together, okay? And we are creating honey. And this is a time when you can really be quite the influencer. You can influence others, you can persuade others, you can negotiate, you can create new deals. It's almost like your mind is, especially if you have a harmonious chart to Gemini, okay? So that's Libras, Aquariuses, some Sagittariuses, because this is my favorite opposition. Hope you guys watched my opposition video. If you are a Gemini, if you are an Aries, or if you are a Leo, this is especially for you. This is especially for you. This doesn't mean if you're a Scorpio that this, sucks, because it doesn't. That's not true, because this is a quincunx to Scorpio. So I just mean it's especially good for the houses in which you have those signs placed in, and also any planets that you have in those signs. And it's exciting. And you also might find the fountain of youthfulness at this time, where you play with kids, you're more playful, or you're doing kid-like things, like maybe you're going roller skating, or you're taking up some childhood hobby or dream again. You're throwing pots on the wheel. I also want to tell you, at this time, May 27th, the moon, dun, 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 is out of bounds. And so it is a big fat moon. And so we're thinking a lot. We're thinking about our feelings. We're talking what we feel. We're speaking true to our heart. We're saying out loud the things we might not have ever said before. We're talking to strangers. We're using language, our love language, openly and generously, because we've got the sun, the moon, and we've got Jupiter in Gemini, all right there with Mercury in Gemini. So we're really saying the sweet things to people that means something important. We are taking a stance and speaking out loud for Jupiterian things, our beliefs, what we want. We are saying them. This is having sort of a pride in what we believe, and we are manifesting our beliefs by how we think and how we talk. I don't know. I'm excited for this. I want to tell you something right here. May is a much, 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 much better month than April, and also March, and also February, and also January. It is a way better month. There's more positive things inside of it. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it is actually a way, way more exciting deal than months previous were. So plant your seeds and learn new things. I also want you to know that it's a great that new moon is just really, really exciting. That could have some real blessings for you. Like, really step into your communication power, step into using your voice in a positive way that helps your life move ahead. On May 30th, the sun conjuncts Mercury, and this is by far, hands down, the very best aspect for communication, for listening, learning, and teaching. This is a super, super actively busy mind, and you could become scattered and overloaded for sure. But I want you to know that this is a time for you to speak in public. So if you need to stand up, step up, or you want to use a microphone, this is the time. If you want to try out for a play, if you want to try out for, I don't know, any kind of audition, this is the day. And I want to tell you that this is a time where whatever you want to learn, you can learn. So this is the day that I'm going to start my French lessons. It brings a quickness. You can learn new things. Like I need to learn how to install a new toilet. I need to learn how to hang up my security cameras, right? So maybe I wait till that day. Anyways, I need to learn how to build a fence. I need a lot of learning. Anyways, I absolutely love doing this video for you. I hope you will join. Please help me keep this channel alive by joining and becoming a member. It puts 10 cents into my pocket a day. It's not a lot of money, but collectively, it lets me do more videos like this. There's lots of benefits and lots of perks. You can go check it out. Subscribe, like this video, share this video so it gets pushed out. And I just want to say, I'm so excited to meet so many of you coming up. Also, I'm doing more lives. When I do my lives, I choose from my members to read their charts. If you guys ring the little bell, I put my notifications on the community tab. And so you can always know what I'm up to and what I'm planning and what's coming up. So I can't wait. And I hope you guys are wonderful from my house here in Seattle to wherever you live in the world. I wish you the very, very best.